Good evening, community. I cannot see you and I must see you. And I'm not sure how this is supposed to work, but I need to see your faces. So however you work it, team, work it, because I have got to see some eyes, I've got to see some teeth, and I have got to see my people. I don't know about you, but every time I hear that speech, I literally, like the Old Testament, thank you so much, I literally want to throw off my clothes and weep on the floor and just throw myself down and just weep for what it is we have been through as a country. Yes, because it is so serious. It is so serious. And today I stand on the shoulders of our Native American indigenous people. I stand here on the shoulders of my mothers and my fathers who were slaves to this country. I stand here on the shoulders of the nameless, who sacrificed for you and for me so we can sit in this room together. I stand on those shoulders. This didn't just happen, this was made to happen. And we are standing on those shoulders. And may we never forget, in the midst of our convenience and our instant fries and our instant TikTok foolishness, may we never forget that we are standing on some shoulders. These are shoulders we had to lean on. These are shoulders we had to climb on. These are shoulders we are standing on now. Look at the person next to you and say, you are standing on some shoulders. I don't think you all are listening to me. Look at your neighbor and say to them, you are standing on some shoulders. Now the question is, do you know whose shoulders you are standing on? Do you understand the sacrifice of those shoulders? Do you understand the service of those shoulders? Do you understand the significance of those shoulders? And do you understand that it is those shoulders that have brought us this far? So we never take it for granted what we have accomplished in our country, in our people, in this nation. We never take it for granted. You know, I love my Jewish brothers and sisters. I love them. And there's something about how they do their life. And if you read the Bible in the Old Testament, in the book of Deuteronomy, the Torah it's called, the Jewish people are taught to teach your children and your children's children that they may never forget what has happened to Israel. Never. Teach your children's children's children. Teach them when you go down the road. Teach them when you have dinner with them. Teach them in the schools. Teach them. May we never forget the shoulders on which we stand, and may we always teach our children. Our children should know more about our history than they know about TikTok. They should know more about our history than they know about TV. They should know more about our history than they know about the latest fashion and the latest woo-woo foolishness. What do they know? What do they know? Do they know the shoulders on which they stand? Now, community, I know that you are here because you know what? If you came out in this snow and in this cold, frigid, it's because you know the deal. Amen. So look at your neighbor and say to them, thank you for standing. Because here is where we stand today, community. We are standing on shoulders, but now we are the shoulders. I am the shoulder for my children. I am the shoulder for my community. I am the shoulder for my village. I am the shoulder for this beloved community. And if I don't stand for anything, what do my children have to climb up on? Nothing. Please repeat after me. I am the shoulder. Now you have to know something about shoulders. Okay? First of all, without a shoulder, your body would collapse. Shoulders must be strong. So I want you all to sit up in those chairs, whether or not you are 6 years old or 85 years old, whether or not you came in here stomping or you came in here in a wheelchair, sit up and put those shoulders back. Let me see you do it. Sit up. Put those shoulders back. Why? For someone to stand on your shoulders, you must be strong. Say strong. That means that no matter what comes against you, you have to stand, and having that all to stand. And let me tell you, we have got to stand for some things in our community. I cannot, and I will not continue to see mothers who don't take care of their children, who bring them to school high from the weed they've been smoking in the car. And as you bring your children to school, as you smoke the weed, your child is now high with you. And then on top of that, you're listening to hard rap music. So every other word your child is hearing is a vulgar cuss word. And then you wonder how come your child is going to school in first grade and cussing out the teacher. I am the shoulder. I am the shoulders. And for our mothers, we must teach them. You know, our society, we've kind of become a, don't get into my business society. Mind your own business. Why are you in my business? Well, let me tell you. Dr. King said, whatever happens to one of us will sooner or later happen to all of us. And do not think that what happened in your neighborhood is not going to soon end up in your living room, because it will. I am the shoulders. So we have to be mindful, village. We are a beloved village. We have to be mindful of our neighbor. More than ever before, know your neighbors. Go next door, say hello to your neighbor. Let your neighbors know that I am the shoulders. If something goes down in this neighborhood, I am the shoulders. You can count on me to stand on these shoulders. You can count on me to lean on these shoulders. You can count on me to climb up on these shoulders. Why? Say it with me. I am the shoulder. Now say it like you really know it. I am. Know your neighbor. Why? Because we need each other. Something else about being a shoulder is you have to be strong. Take it. We have some strong stuff going on in our community. When you get data that children in urban Minneapolis public schools, only 31% of our third graders can read. When you get that data, doesn't it hurt your heart? Doesn't it grieve your spirit? Why? Because we have countless men and women who were killed just so that black people could learn to read. I am the shoulders. So what do we do about that? Parents, wherever you are, and I hope that this is going everywhere, turn off the TV, put away those phones, put something called a book in the hands of your child. Read the book with your child. Read the book, I am the shoulders. Why am I saying this to you, parents? Because you are the shoulders on which your children will stand. Our political leaders that we put in office, and for those of you out there who are, saying things like, I don't want to vote, it don't matter. Tell that to our brothers and sisters who died in the street just so that you could go to the poll and vote. Huh? Tell that. Tell that to the 55,000 formerly incarcerated people who couldn't vote until this year, who longed to vote. Tell that to them. I am the shoulders. Our political leaders, when you get into those offices and we have put you there, remember that you are now the shoulders. It is no longer about you. It is about your community. It is about your land. It is about your people. Why? You are now the shoulders. Parents, you are the shoulders for your children. Educators, you are the shoulders for our community. Pastors and teachers, why is it our churches are dying? People have stopped going to church. Do you know that there was a time when you did nothing else? You got your children dressed up. You sent them to the mosque. You sent them to the synagogue. You sent them to the church because you know that we need God. I am the shoulders. We think we can do this thing by ourselves. You can do nothing by yourself. You need a creator. You need supernatural help. We all do. I am the shoulders. I know you didn't come in this cold weather expecting this delivery, but it's time. It's time. It's time. And for those of you in the community who say, Dr. Verna, I am tired. Now is not the time to be tired. Now is the time to get re-fired up. Get re-fired up about being the shoulders. Being the shoulders wherever you are. You don't need this stage to be a shoulder. I was the shoulder on 44th and Portland when a crack house opened next to me. I wasn't going to allow a crack house to stay next to me with my 5-year-old son. It wasn't going to happen. I didn't even know that I was the shoulders, but I knew it wasn't going to happen with me there. But now I know that I was being some shoulders for 44th and Portland. You hear what I'm saying? Nobody knew my name, Dr. Verna. I was just a mama on the block wanting to protect my children. You don't need a title. You don't need a stage. You don't need money. You just need to know that you are the shoulder. And there's someone wanting to stand on your shoulders. There's someone who needs to climb on your shoulder. There's someone who needs to lean on your shoulder. So we're just going to do something here, and I want all of you to do it, please, because I need you to feel this. I stand on the shoulders of Mary McLeod Bethune, slave, educator, and now my very own daughter is a senior at Bethune-Cookman. Had she not started at university, my child would have nowhere to go because she stood as the shoulders. Question to you now. I want you to sit up, put those shoulders back. And I just want you to put your arms out if you can. If you can stand, please stand. Wherever you are, please stand. Very good. If you can't find a space, put those shoulders out. Put them out, because I'm going to have to lean on those shoulders. I'm going to need you. This community needs you more than ever before. Everything that we have going on now, we need each other. Now, I want to show you something. After a while, your shoulders might get tired. So what do? You reach out to your neighbor and you lock shoulders with them. Find someone to lock a shoulder with you. Now, I learned from my daughter, who is a competitive dancer at TG. She showed me, she said, Mom, when you do the line kick, where you're all in one line and you're kicking like this and kicking like that, you've got to press down. You got to press down on your neighbor so you can make sure you're firm, you're holding each other. None of this limp stuff like, yeah. because you'll break the line. You will break the lines. I want you to hold on to your neighbor. When you get tired and you see your neighbor getting tired, lock shoulders. Become the shoulders together. And together, we will do something about our community, because together we're going to stand up together. We're going to speak up together. We are going to not give in or not give up. We ain't giving over nothing. I'm not losing one more child to nothing in this country, not if I have something to do with it. You hear what I'm saying, Representative Omar? Not if I had something to do with it. Why? Because I am the shoulders. Let's say it together. I am the shoulders. I want to hear it. I am the soldiers. You can do better than that. I am the soldiers. May God bless you. May God bless our city, our state, our country. I am the soldiers.
Good.